Morning, peeps. It's Monday. It's 9:30, May 15th. Our flower essence today is Wild Pansy. I'm not quite as peppy as last week. I think I'm tired because Haley slept in my spot in our bed last night, so I slept on the couch. So when I went upstairs, she was just, well, she took up all the space, and she looked like she needed to be there, so I just let her sleep. Anywho, I'm going to light our candle. There we go. And we're just going to connect to our guides again, as always. You know the drill. So again, you can follow along out loud or in your mind, or just listen. And again, do what you want with your hands. I prefer to do this. It just helps me feel balanced and centered. Alrighty. I ask to connect to my guides. And I ask my guides to please connect to the guides of all those that are present with us today. And for their guides to connect back to mine, so that we can have the clearest, calmest presentation of this message today. Thank you. Alrighty, so today's flower essence is Wild Pansy. And I've been thinking about this flower for the last few days, most of the week actually. And I saw some pansies in like a flower pot arrangement, I think probably at Superstore, that were really pretty, so I took some pictures of it and had that as my screensaver. And that's what I recommend you do. If you haven't heard me say that before, that's what I recommend. Whenever we have a flower essence reading, I recommend that you get a picture, the most beautiful picture to you, and you can use it as a screensaver, you can print it and have it around you. Whatever feels the most easiest for you to look at it often. For me, I like to use it as my phone screensaver. So I've had this beautiful purple pansy as my phone screensaver for the last few days. And my daughter was actually the one who was taking up my bed. She was sleeping at grandma's for the weekend, so I don't think she saw my my screensaver. But we went to the Botanic Gardens on Saturday, and we had such a lovely day there. And Haley went to the bathroom and came back, and she brought me a pansy. Of all the flowers, of all the foliage, usually she brings me a leaf or a rock. They're the best presents. But she actually brought me a pansy flower that was the same color as the one on my screensaver. I'll post those pictures after on my Facebook so you can see them. But I just thought it was the coolest thing that I've been thinking of pansy all week, and then she actually brings me an actual pansy. Oh, and I put it in my phone. I forgot to put it in there to let it dry. So I'm going to read the message today, right now, and then I want to talk a little bit about how it has been affecting me. And I hope that this will help you to understand the different ways you can use flower essences, how you can find the meaning in them. So, that being said, again, I encourage you just to listen with your hearts, eyes open or closed, it's totally up to you. All right. If you are attracted to the wild pansy, there is a part of you that wants to come out of your shell. Even if you are a fairly outgoing person, there may be an aspect of your personality, a vulnerability, an artistic talent, or some part of you that wants to emerge in a bigger way. There is a new activity, talent, or quality that wants to take priority in your life, becoming more central stage for the world to see. A new part of you wants to be seen that you may have felt shy about previously. Wild Pansy Elixir works through old patterns and knots around fears of being seen, as well as the parts of us that we like to keep guarded from being seen. It dissolves shyness, feeling awkward, embarrassed, or uneasy in our bodies. It enhances ease and gracefulness while encouraging us to be uninhibited, radiant, and willing to shine shamelessly. Wild Pansy enhances our ability to metaphorically strip naked while experiencing a self-acceptance that allows us to feel comfortable enough to show parts of ourselves that we typically are not used to sharing. And as a side note, this flower essence is also particularly beneficial for children. So, positive aspects of Wild Pansy: grace, ease, radiance, ability to shine and feel supported, shining from inside out, coming out of your shell, flourishing. And it dissolves, feeling awkward, shyness, shame, social unease, inhibited, hiding from others, or even oneself. So thank you to Wild Pansy for that. I want to talk about something really simple, I guess, that happened for me on Saturday. So I developed a sun allergy a few years ago, and it kind of came back this year. You know, like our first day of summer, my skin was not ready for it, so I got some hives. But I've been slowly introducing myself to the sun. I get rash here and on my arms and the backs of my legs. So I've been having to cover up a lot, wearing long dresses and pants and just generally being too hot out there. But on Saturday, I decided to wear this really beautiful long dress that I got to protect my legs. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try it out and see how I do. And I did really well. And I felt like $1,000,000. My hair looked nice. My dress was beautiful. It was a Mother's Day celebration. And I just felt like I just felt like $1,000,000. And I think everyone could tell how great I felt because everyone smiled at me and looked at me, and all the moms just generally, we had a lot of recognizing each other's smiles. And so the part of feeling comfortable enough to show parts of ourselves that we typically are not used to sharing, for me, I have a lot of those parts, but specifically my body. It's summertime. You see, I always wear shirts that are all the way up to my neck, but this particular dress was a little bit low cut. And that's probably the most chest I've shown probably in my whole life. And it felt just covered up enough and just free enough that I was okay with it. And I felt really good. And I think, yeah, like I said, it showed. And that's just part of me that I generally don't share. And so something as simple as coming out of your shell, trying something new, for me, that was new clothing. I've been doing a lot of new things lately, like this, for instance, out of my comfort zone. But yeah, just the way I've been dressing. So choosing flowers to support you. I actually hadn't read this entire flower essence before I had it today. I've been thinking about it a lot, but I hadn't actually read the flower essence. So when I read it just before I came on here, I thought it's always fitting. It's always exactly what you need. So don't worry if you feel like you've got the right or wrong essence or how do you choose one. They will choose you. So type in flower essence of, or if you're thinking of a flower, look up the meaning and you'll see how it can support you in your life. So I don't know if that made sense, that little part about me showing a little tiny bit of skin, like a lot of ladies do. It was nothing too revealing, it was just comfortable, but me becoming more comfortable, I guess, as a woman, owning different parts of myself, my womanhood, just letting myself shine uninhibited. So if that's a little bit of changing clothes or doing things like this, sharing some of my talents and skills, I hope it really encourages you to do the same. We all have talents. It doesn't matter what it is. I have someone that I know, she feels her purpose is just to make other people happy. And if that's smiling at them or taking a grocery cart back to the corral, anything like that, just those small acts of kindness. Or if you have something bigger to share, if you have just different gifts to be shared, tap into that and see what happens. Start small, like going bare-armed and showing little parts of yourself, and then work your way up. All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, nice to see you guys. Thanks for being here with me. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Or if you have any flowers that you choose, let me know how you chose them and how it's been supporting you in your time lately. I'd love to hear it. All right, well, I hope you have a lovely day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.